This conference will now be recorded.
Okay, let's start today, right? Today, what we have to do, we have to create master slave architecture, and we have to see how to run jobs from certain jobs in master and certain jobs in the uh, slave. So for slave, what I'm doing, I already have a Jenkins machine here. It's running. So I will use this as my slave, and master will be my local. Okay, let's see how to create this. So there are certain steps that you need to follow. Okay, so we are creating a new machine with Git and Jenkins. It's already there. So let's create a new username and password so we can use that to do an SSH from there, right? So let's do this. So let's go and add one user. It's up to you, whatever user you want to add. Okay, this is where your Jenkins job is running. Go ahead and run this user and sudo. Put a password for this, right? You need to pass WD and say it will ask for the password. So just go and give the password. It will say bad password. Don't worry about that. It will still take that password, whatever you have put. Okay. Once that is done, you have to get into this file ssh config and uncomment this password authentication yes and make it as and comment it no. You have to uncomment this, make it yes and comment as no. Okay. So let's go and see what do we have here, right? Paste it here. Okay. Go and search for password authentication, right? Click on OK. Click I. Okay. Come down and comment this one. Comment is to put the hash. So password authentication will be allowed. Earlier it was password authentication was no. So we were only allowing keys. Okay. By default. Very important. Okay. You have to start the SSHD service. Be very careful. You have to only restart. If you stop, then nobody can log in again. Okay. So please be very careful just to restart this service. Okay, process is started. Now you have to make sure this is the Jenkins folder where we have, so we need to give full access to the Jenkins folder. So remote jar will be copied from our local to the slave. So this is the command. Sudo is for root, chmod is change mode, 7 stands for read, write and delete 4217. So 777 is first thing is the owner has full permission, group has full permission, others has full permission, right? R is for recursive. If you're aware of Linux, then that should be fine. If not, this is the meaning for these lines. Okay, that's it. We are done. So now let's go back and start configuring our slave. Before that, we need to install this SSH build agents in our local. So we should be able to configure. Let's go to dash manage Jenkins, go to manage plugins. And go to installed plugins. I've already installed it. Okay. SSS build agents plugin, right? This is the plugin that you need to install. Okay, please install this without fail, otherwise this will not work. Okay, once this is done, we simply have to set up our master slave. Let's go and set up our master slave. There are many ways to go to master slave. Click on this manage Jenkins and come down and say manage nodes and clouds. You can click here. So this is where all our nodes are. Or if you want to directly go from here, the best way to go is click on this build executor and click here. It will directly take you there. Okay, there are two ways to go. Let's go create a new node. Okay, and let's call this node name as a Linux. Okay, and it's a permanent agent. Let's go and create it. Now descriptions are optional. If you want, you can give number of executors, how many concurrent jobs can run within this particular slave. So always the thumb rule is, if you're having one virtual CPU, make it one executor. So if it is two, make it two. So 1:1, right? You can keep that. So we'll just go for two because we simply go write some hello world, nothing else. Okay, the remote root directory should be the one that we gave permission. This will be the remote root directory. Okay. And what is the agent label that you need? You remember yesterday in pipeline, we told agent any, right? It will take any agent. Instead of that, just take the agent which is labeled as Linux to run here. Then say this, use this node as much as possible, and select here, you say launch via SSH and give the host name. Where is our host name? Just go to here, not this Apache, don't copy the Apache, copy this one, 48.2.2. Yeah, 48.2.2, right? Go and put this there, the host name. Now credential, you need to add credential. Okay, let's go add a username, password, whatever username, password we created. Okay, password, whatever you created there, put it there, and also put an ID for this saying slave password, right? And put that in the description. This is already there. So slave pass, let's put it like this, right? Slave pass. Okay, add this and select the one we have, slave pass, right? Okay. Now key verification strategy, we can just say non-verifying strategy, so it will not verify any keys, right? Let's put this non-verifying, this one, and you can say keep this agent online as much as possible, right? As much as possible, and go ahead and save this. As you save this, what will happen? It will start launching here. See here, it will start launching. Let's go inside and you can see your logs for more details where we are. See, it's just trying to SSH there and copy into the remote, copy the remote jar. Once it is done, it will be available. Okay, see, this is a Unix agent. This will take some time. Just hold on. Okay, agent is successfully connected and online. Go back to the notes and you can see here it is already online. Okay, it is already online and it is connected. Now what will be the scenario that we may need machines like this, right? See, your master can run in a machine which has certain limitations on the RAM and all the other things. Suppose if you wanted to execute a machine learning process or a data science job, you may require more compute power, more CPUs, more memories, right? So you create a separate machine and then you go ahead and attach this as a slave and then run those jobs there, right? So that's what we are going to do. Now our job is ready. Let's go and see if we can create our jobs to execute. Okay, so when we are creating a job, so I'll just have a job, job A, right? A job. It's very slow. Okay.
So Chandra, currently we are creating job from master only
Job from
because this is
master only.
local.
Yeah, from master.
Yeah,
We will create all the jobs from master. But when we are configuring job in the master, we will ask specific jobs to run only on the slave.
same. Okay.
So that's where we need to see how to do that, right? So just a job, just leave this all as usual. So many things has got changed. That we have a new version has changed a lot of things. I'm not sure exactly here. Restrict where this job can run, right? You have to check this and say, so for let this job, this one, the what I'm writing now will run in the master. Let it run in the master. Echo and says job A. Okay, and we will create B job. B job, make it a freestyle job. Say okay. And now you can scroll down and say it has to run only on the agent that has the label Linux. So that means it will run in that only, right? It's going to run there only. Linux, right? It's already there, Linux. Linux matches one node, so it will run there. Now let's see what happens after we execute this one, right? Execute Windows batch command and just say echo running from slave. Okay, let's come out of this and try running these jobs, right? Just go back to where is a job. A job is here. Just click on this a job. And schedule this B job also. These jobs might have completed quickly. See here, B job runs only in Linux. How many number of times you execute, it will run only in this one. Okay, get into A job. See, already number one is complete. See, it has started. There is no any. If you go and click here, it just run on the admin and it is running on a system which is a default one. Okay, it's a default one. Go to B job and you will see why this has failed. Go and see why it has failed. Okay. Command execution, no such file or directory. Yeah, the reason for this is this job which needs to run on the slave cannot be a Windows batch command. It needs to be a shell command because that is a Linux. Okay, that's nothing else. Okay, let's go ahead and configure that. The one that is running in local is Windows. The one that is running in the slave remote is Linux. I used to forget every time the same thing. Okay, execute a shell and say now you say sleep for 10 seconds and then you say echo job from slave. Right, now you see what happens, right? Every time you run this runs only in the B job always gets scheduled only under Linux. A job will get scheduled in your master. Okay, I put a sleep, so it's just waiting there for some time. Okay, if you don't have a sleep, then it will go fast. See here, where it is running, it is remotely running on Linux on here, where lib Jenkins workspace, right? It's my Linux machine, right? So this is how you can target your jobs to run to on a particular to this one. Now, let's do one thing. Let's write a slave pipeline. Slave pipeline, right? Let's see how to use that slave pipeline. Just go here. Go to the pipeline section and it's pipeline script. Sample pipeline. Hello world, that's fine. Just scroll down, right click here and say, go to declarative directive, this one, agent is here. instead of agent, you simply say the label on Linux. Take this syntax from here and go and copy it and put it there. That's all. That's it. So this pipeline job should run only on the label Linux. Let's save it and see what happens. Slave pipe, schedule it and just see what happens. See what happened. It did not run in the, it's running in both the places. Did we miss something? Can it run in both the places, right? It cannot run in both the places. Yeah, it's run in here only. It's only one job, but it has run here only. Okay. So this is how you can go and configure your pipeline also to run in a certain agents or certain this one. So you can have your master slave and you can run your pipeline as well by putting some labels here. There can be a number of labels. You can say the label for example, you can say Java, Docker, Linux, like whatever you want, you can go and put it there. Okay, so this is how your node works. Go here, you will see all the jobs that are under this particular Linux agent, okay, which will run under or which are tagged to this Linux agent. So, even the old job I had, like everything I configured as Linux. So what was there left out, I did not delete the jobs that are also getting mapped to this particular Linux, this one. So this is how you have to build your Jenkins master and slave. So master and slave, the main purpose is to make sure that you wanted your jobs to run on a special machine where it has appropriate RAM, storage and all those things, right? So you can use that. Okay. So that was the only pending in Jenkins. So we will now start off with the next one, Ansible. Okay. We'll just go through that Ansible and see how we can set up our Ansible initially. Then we will kind of go through one by one in Ansible as well. Any questions in Jenkins so far?
No, Chandra, we have to practice more, then we will come
Yeah.
up with some
That's
questions.
obvious, right? You need to
Yeah,
practice. Once you practice, you may get a lot of questions. Then
yeah.
probably you will have to get that clarified and keep moving. Okay, fine. Let's talk about Ansible. Okay, this is very important, right? And it's very interesting also. So prior to this Ansible-like technologies, right? Ansible-like technologies, the other technologies are equivalent technologies for Ansible is Puppet, Chef, and all those things, right? Salt, right? They're all the other tools similar to Ansible, but there are quite different way that you code them, right, and all those things, right? Puppet and Chef works on Ruby, whereas Ansible works on YAML files, and Ansible is always a push mechanism, but whereas there you need to, it's a pull mechanism. Okay, so the agent should be running and it has to pull. So a lot of things are there. Ansible is widely used, and we will see what what is this Ansible trying to do for us, right? So say for example, in your company, right? Your company, um, you are responsible for creating some, um, installing some software like Apache, and you are given 10 machines, right? And your manager is asking you to install Apache in all those 10 machines. So one way to do that is you log into each and every machine one by one and take the software and uh, download it, and then you can create it. But this is manual, and this is error prone also. It will take time. So to do for the 10 machines, it will take at least 2 days if you do it correctly, right? You have to do all the configuration, make sure Apache is running. It will at least take 2 days for 10 servers. Imagine if this was a 1,000 server, it's going to take months. It will take weeks for you to even log into all those. This one, so whereas your Ansible technology is used where you will kind of push this Apache into all the 1,000 nodes at the same time and configure them on the fly, right? It's very very simple to use. The only thing is, if you set up this Ansible correctly, then the working with Ansible is very easy. Okay, so Ansible is an open source automation and orchestration tool for software provisioning, configuration management, and software deployment. So you can use Ansible for almost anything. That suppose you wanted to copy a file from your local to all the 1,000 machines, right? Some configuration file, you can do that. Ansible can easily run and configure Unix-like system as well as Windows system to provide infrastructure as code. The only thing you need to keep in mind, the Ansible works on the uh, master node, right? Master client node concept. It's a server client architecture. So the master node will be having Ansible, and master node can Ansible can run only on Unix or Linux flavored for master, whereas your Windows can be one of the host. Okay, but Windows cannot be the master. It contains its own declarative programming language for system configuration and management. So we will see what are the YAML files that we will be using and how do we configure. Ansible is popular for its simplicity of installation, ease of use in what concerns the connectivity to clients, its lack of agent for Ansible clients, and multitude of skills. So what happens is, you don't have to have any agent installed in all those 1,000 machines, right? You simply need to have the IP address and access to that machine. That's all. It functions by connecting via SSH to the client, so it does not need any special agent on the client side. By just pushing the modules to the clients, the modules are then executed locally on the client side. Very important, all the output will be thrown back to the Ansible server, so you don't even have to log into the client to validate. One of the most significant advantage of Ansible is that it's free to use by everyone. It's an open source. It does not need any special system admin skills to install and use Ansible, and the official documentation itself is very comprehensive, and it's very easy to use and easy to refer. Its modularity, everything is written as modules regarding plugins, modules, inventories, playbooks. These are all some of the terms we will come across. Make Ansible the perfect companion to orchestrate large environments, like you have 1,000 servers, 50 servers, and all those things. Ansible is very lightweight and consistent, so no constraints regarding the operating system or underlying hardware are present. There is no any issue. You can install it everywhere. It is also very secure due to its agentless capabilities, and it will use all the OpenSSH security features. So it's highly secure as well. Some of the important terms that you will come across while we are doing this Ansible is Ansible server. This is the machine where Ansible is installed, from which all tasks and playbooks will be run. Module, basically a module is a command or set of Ansible commands meant to be executed on the client side. A task is a section that consists of single procedure to be completed. A task is a procedure. Role is nothing but a way of organizing all the tasks and related files to be in a later call in a playbook, right? Then there is something called fact. Fact is nothing but you get the system information of your clients, right? Global variables of your clients, like what is the OS, what is the IP address, those things you get it using fact. Okay, so information fetched from client system from the global variable with a gather facts operation. Inventory, file containing data about the Ansible client servers. Okay, what will happen? There will be an inventory file, and you need to add all the IP address of the host name into that inventory, which that master will push the configuration to the client side. Unless you have that there, it will not push it there. Suppose you have 4 systems and you are only allowing 2 IPs, it will only send it to the 2 clients. Okay, so be very careful. Inventory we need to update. So play is nothing but, play means execution of a playbook. Playbook is nothing but set of instructions and tasks what needs to be performed is called a playbook, and playing a playbook is actually execution of the playbook. Then we have something called handler, where this task is used only if a notifier is present. So you have a handler notifier, just like saying, hey, if this is your encountering this, do this, right? So you handle that and notify the particular task what needs to be done. There are something called tags. You can use tags and for all the tasks that you are putting there in the steps, and you can run from any tag name. Using a tag name, you can start to run the execution from that particular task. All the modules are available in this documentation page. We will go through this and see. Okay, so this is what a small brief about Ansible. It's very simple, but once you set it up correctly, you keep working. There are a lot of commands we have. We will work. Let's go and see how we can create this, right? Let's try to set up this Ansible server first. Okay, so again, I'm going to use Amazon Linux too in the control server, and I'm going to do one master and two slave. We will try to go for one master and two slaves. Okay, so first thing that we need to do, we will create a master, and we will create your okay. We'll have one Red Hat and we will have one Ubuntu. So we have two different OS flavors, right? So let's go to this one and let's launch one. Let's call this as Ansible master. Okay, call this as Ansible master, and that will be a T2 micro. That's fine. You need to have this because we have to log in, and just make sure you are selecting the correct security group, so you allow all the access to all the ports. This is Ansible master, and let this come up. We will go and create an Ansible client 1 or node 1, node 2, whatever you want, you can call it. Ansible node 1. Okay, node 1. Let's go and create a Red Hat. Okay, keep it in free tier for now and go with this. This is your node 1 and your node 2. Node 2, I'm going to create Ubuntu. So Ansible node 2, and I'm going to make it Ubuntu. Okay, Ubuntu. Don't worry about the version, right? We are not going to do anything much there, but just keep that in, handy. That's it. Okay, now we have all three, right? Ansible master, Ansible node, and this one. So let's go and first log into Ansible master. Okay, everything is same. Just go and change the IP address. Paste it here. This is your Ansible master, and go ahead and run your sudo yum update -y. Okay, and update. This is done. We have to do it for both on the server and client. Okay, and we have Ansible under Linux extras. Go and install your Ansible there. I'll share all these commands so you can use that. Okay. Okay, once it is up, just go and validate your Ansible version. Okay, see all your Ansible is there now. Okay, this is for your Ansible master. Let's go to Ansible node 1. In Ansible node 1, we are not going to install anything, but we are just going to create some users and stuff, right?
So Chandra, for Ansible, we are not making our local any master in that one. No? We are just making their
No. Everything is there in that EC2 only. Nothing is in our
EC2
local
one.
because local I'm not having any Linux, right? I have only
Yeah.
Windows, so I cannot make Windows as the master.
Okay.
Sudo yum update. This is a Red Hat Linux. What we are doing now is Red Hat Linux. Okay, see, you can see here. This is for Red Hat Linux. Okay, it'll just take some time. Just hold on. While that is coming up, let's go to the node 2. Node 2 is Ubuntu. So here, if you see, the username is Ubuntu. Okay, username is Ubuntu. Zero two zero one dot pem. Username is Ubuntu. Okay, this is what you get. And here for Ubuntu, the package manager is apt. Okay, sudo apt update. Okay. So very important. This works on the SSH, like using over SSH. So you need to configure that user and all those stuff. So it's very important. We will create a user, we will create a password, and we have to make sure we enter all these lines, all these things, and then we will have to go and make a lot of changes here. Only then we will generate some keys and share it with the client, so that without using password, we should be able to log in. Okay. Just give a few minutes for this Ubuntu to be done. Meanwhile, we can go to sudo user add ans admin. I would prefer to give all same name. Okay, same name, and of course, just for simplicity, let's give the same password also, right? Sudo pass wd for ans. Ans stands for Ansible admin. Okay. Similarly, go to this one. Go to Ubuntu and do sudo user add ans admin. These passwords will be used only once. Okay, only once. Okay, passwords do not match. Just make sure you. Something is missing. Okay, fine. And this is also getting over. Let's just wait for some time. We'll get this, and once let that come up. So what we need to do, we have to make sure we have to go to sudo vi sudo's file, and we have to add this command there. Okay, copy this as root. You need to say sudo vi sudo, right? Sudo vi sudo. Okay, and go to the dead end, go to all the way down, do a insert and enter here and just go paste this guy. That's it. So what we are saying, ANS admin will be in all the group, no password is required. Okay. And we'll have to do that in all the places. So these commands are entirely different. Okay. Okay. So here you need to do a control O and control X. Control X. Just go and verify. Go to sudo su and cat etc sudo s. See at the end, it should be there. Okay, just make sure it is there. Okay, what happened here? When it's just an update only, it doesn't matter. So let's go and make this also, right? So the same thing what we did for slave slave architecture also, right? The same thing. Make the password authentication equal to yes and comment this no. So we are able to log in using the password whatever we have done. Go down and search for password. Password authentication equal to no, and go to end and say yes. Okay, and we are done here. Okay, so only thing we have to do here is go to sudo user add ans admin sudo passwd ans admin and put the password. We'll say bad password, don't worry. Sorry, made some mistake. Okay, fine. And once that is done, make sure we are doing this. Go to the end, do an insert, go to the end, and just copy this line, whatever we put it, right? Okay, that is also done. Then let's go and change this also, right? Comment this no and make it yes. Do a comment here. Okay, now I think we have done everything. Okay, until this everything is done, please restart your SSHD without fail in all the servers, right? So now what we are going to do, we are going to exit from here and we are going to login as ANS admin for all those things, right? So what we are going to do, we are going to use our okay. Oh, okay, we'll go and do it there. No issues. For Ubuntu alone, we have to do this. Okay. Okay, for Ubuntu alone, we need to do this because there is no home created. It's a shell. You get a direct slash, but whereas in others you have bash shell. Okay. That's the reason for Ubuntu slave alone. Okay. Just give me 1 minute. We'll just log into this Ubuntu quickly. This extra step you need to do only for Ubuntu. Okay. Only for Ubuntu. It's the Ubuntu slave. Then we need to create this folder.
I think Chandra, add user for Ubuntu will create a directory also.
What is that?
Add user. Instead of user add, you can use add user. It will create a directory for you.
Oh, without
Yes.
it will create with the home. That's what you're saying.
Yeah, home directory. Add user. Instead of using user add, use add user.
Okay, for Ubuntu, right?
Add user will ask for a password there also.
Oh. So that will create the user along with the home directory, and it will also ask for the password. We need not do the two step. That's what you're saying.
Yes, yes. We should try it.
Yeah, it creates that home directory also, right? I just created this. Okay. Okay, that's fine. So right now we don't have that. So let's go and create that. You have test and Ubuntu, but we don't have that. The test is created. You're right. I will change that. Okay. So we will add I've got something that we were able to learn today. Okay. Sudo. Okay. Because we will be copying the keys using ANS admin user only, so it has to match. Okay, that's it. Now let's come out of this. All this are fine. Now let's get into login as your ANS admin to all those things, right? So for that, let's go back to instances and select the ID of my master. Okay, now I'm going to use the name that I gave, right? Since this is master, I will give a different color and we'll bookmark this as called Ansible master. Okay, now we give okay. So this guy will ask for the password. Okay, say no, don't want to save the password. We are done. Let's go to node 1 and node 2 as well, right? Ansible node 1. So it's fine. Okay, now let's go to the node 2 and enter that also, right? Node 2. Okay, just go and say yes. So with the cool thing about this UI is that you can see it as tabs, so it will be very easy for us to kind of go back and forth, right? So this is the one. Go and say home ANS admin. Just get into this, right? So we are all okay, fine. So this is our master. The green color is our master. Okay. So now what we are going to do, we have to seamlessly log in. So we have to generate a key and then copy that key to all those folks. SSH key gen, just keep it simple. Don't put any paraphrase. Okay. Just leave it. It's all created. Okay. The next step is to copy your key into each target that you want, right? So since we are inside a VPC and you can use the private IP also, right? You don't have to use the public IP. So let me first copy to node 1. Node 1 private IP is here. Won't paste it here. The first time you need to give your password because it needs password to copy. And once it is copied, you can try to do a SSH and see if you are able to log in without the password. See, you are able to get inside without the password. You saw here, right? 9486, 9486. So this is done. Okay. And let's go back to Ansible 2 and copy this and copy this ID, copy to this ID. So it will copy the key there. The first time it will ask for password. So please make sure you give the password. Okay, once the key is added, you can try to SSH directly. So you are already inside your Ubuntu now. Okay, so now we have set all this are fine. Okay, so we are all done till here. Next only thing is we have to make sure we have to go and create an inventory file and we have to go and add all the IP addresses into our this one and then we are done. I told you, right, there is an inventory file. So you need to go to CD, etc, Ansible. Okay, there is a file called hosts. Okay, when you do a host, that's actually as root. So please do a sudo vi hosts, enter. So this is the way that you can give all your IP addresses, domain names. You can group them together as web servers and all those things, DB servers, as you like, right? So what we are going to do, we are going to group this as dev. Okay, and we are going to put all the private IPs here. So that means whenever any Ansible command is run, it will be run on these two machines. These two machines. Right now we have only two. You can add n number of machines with a different OS. For Windows alone, it will be different. Okay, I'll show you how to set up for Windows. Okay, in Windows will be entirely different. Okay. Now we are done. Just go to your home, see where you are. Okay, let's go and see what we can do. The first command that we are going to do is we're going to ping Ansible all -m ping. So just say Ansible. Either it can be all host. Right now in our host file there is only dev, so give dev. Okay, and then -m is for module. Which module you want to ping? There's a module called ping. Do that. It will go to this one. See, it will say ping pong. You pinged and it gave you the result called pong. See, on both the IPs 9486 and 2339. So now the master is able to connect to both the nodes without password and all those things, right? So now our Ansible is set up. So now we can start working on our Ansible stuff, right? Let's go through these modules just to see what are the modules we have, right? A lot of modules are there. Let's go to some of those things and we'll just see how you should refer this. It's very difficult to go through all these modules one by one, but at least how to refer, how to use is what we need to find out. Okay, so now we have used ping module. Okay, just you have a simple ping. See, this is the ping command. So this is the command. Try to connect to host, verify you, usable Python and return pong on success. That's what it has done. All right, see here. Okay, there are a lot of modules like this. We have a lot of modules that we can use. And suppose I want to use the command, right? I want to find the date or uptime for this. So just say Ansible dev -m module command and just say uptime. To pass an argument here. -a is an argument for command. What command you want to put? Uptime. So the machine is up from last 23 minutes. Both the machines are up from last 22 minutes, right? So you can use commands. You can go back to that module and check all those things, right? You can pass this date. It'll print the date for both the machines. See here, both the machines. Of course, the date is now same. So you will see all those things here. Okay, so like this, if you go, there are a lot of commands that we have, and we can go through one by one and we can go and see. So let's go and see all the um, some of the things that we can do, right? So you can either do dev -m ping or -m for win. For Windows modules, everything starts with win underscore. Okay, everything starts with win underscore. We'll go back and search for win underscore ping. See, everything for Windows, everything starts with win. Okay, and you can also have some AWS modules also. Okay, you have some AWS modules as well. AWS API gateway, code commit, right? So many things are there for AWS. There are a lot of things here that you have, and you also have for Azure. You have for GCP. Okay, you have for GCE. That's called GCE, Google Cloud, right? GCE. So like this, you can have for all the modules you have. Okay, so this works on modules only. Okay, let's go try to run some ad hoc commands. Then next class we will see all these commands, right? All these commands on this one. So let's run some ad hoc commands just to make sure that we are all done, right? So this is the one that we saw, Ansible -m command. You can list all the hosts that are available in the inventory file. You can list all the hosts. See, you can find out all the hosts. And if you give all, right, if you give all, if you are grouped as web server 1, DB server, it lists everything. Right now we have only these two under dev. Rest everything is commented out. Okay, so that is on the one. Then this is another command to see the uptime. We saw that, and this is a command to get your release. Okay, see, you get a release there, release number, right? Release number you will get, or you can go and say uname -a will give you all, and here you can see all the complete stuff. It is a Linux based Ubuntu, Red Hat, right? All those things that you can see here, right? So it's a full this one that you can see. There is a lot of commands. Okay, so we saw this ping, and let's try to see if we can copy. There's a copy command where you can use this module to copy. Argument will be source. What you need to copy? to destination where, right? It will try to copy. Let's try to copy this and see. And let's go and see where are we. We are here. Let's go and say vi or say okay. Let's say vi first dot text. And what did we give? Okay, it's a small letter. Let's make it first dot text. Assume that this file you wanted to copy to all the 50 servers. It's very difficult to copy. It's very easy to do it by this way, right? Ansible. So just say Ansible hyphen module is copy. Suppose if you're not sure, right, what to do, just go and search for copy. On the top, page up. So copy, right? Copy files to remote location. Click on this. You will come down here and you can see all the parameters and also the examples of how to copy and what are the different parameters you need to give. Okay, so you can use this to kind of as a reference, right? So this URL is there in the PPT. Please use that. Okay, so this is what we are going to use. And I have my home and I'm going to copy to all the home of all my client. Before that, let's go here and see where are we. We are in home and ANS home admin. Nothing is there. Where are we here? Here also nothing is there, right? Now let's go and try to paste this. Say Ansible copy module, pass the argument. -a is for argument. So source and destination. What is the source file? Where is the destination you want to put? See here. This is what it says, right? I told you, right? Fact, Ansible fact. It discovered what Python is there and it did all these things at destination. It has copied. Just go back down now and go and see. You will see here all your files. So it's so very easy to go and do this. See, very easy to do this, and all the output you will get it in the your server itself. So you don't have to worry. If you cannot go through this, like it's a very big, and output this to a some file, and you can take that file and look out for whatever that you wanted to look out, and you can do again. If I try to do this, right, see what will happen. See, it changed from orange to green. Orange means it has made some change. Here means no changes. It's already no changes to the file, nothing, so everything is same. Okay, so this is what it says. It's very you can see here changed equal to true, changed equal to false. Okay, so this way you can go and copy the files. Again, you can copy the file from the source can be from here to some temp, some other place, right? You can do that. And there is a module called file that also you can pass. You are now going to create a new file. You are creating a new file. Okay, you are creating a new file in the folder and giving the permission for the folder and who is the owner. And this -b is become root and k is to provide the password, because whenever you are adding any user, you can only do it through root user, right? Without root user, you cannot do it. Right? Let's go and see if we can create this. So Ansible -m file module destination. We are under temp. We are creating some file called this one mode. This one, and just say okay. It will become password. It will ask give the password, whatever password you need to give. Okay, it will do it. It did not copy because it cannot continue. This file is actually absent. Destination file is not getting created due to some reason. Okay, here the file is not there, so it is not able to change the permission. The file is there, it would have created it would have changed the permission. So you can go and you can delete a file by just saying state equal to absent, it will create it or delete it. Okay. So you have a lot of things you can go and see, and you can also see what are the shell variables that are there for all the environment paths that are there. But also you can go and see, you can validate all these things and see all the path, right? Log name, path, process ID, what is the shell client, SSH client, everything is here. So you can go and find out here. Okay, so this is what your ad hoc commands are, but we will have to look at not ad hoc commands. We will not be using ad hoc commands. Ad hoc commands are just used to make sure that you are able to reach out to those clients and they are up and running and you are able to ping them. But we will be writing playbooks. So we will continue the next class, right? We will go through those things, because once we start writing that, we need to go through some YAML files and all those things. So we will continue in the next class, and we will continue with all this one, and I'll also show you how to add our windows also to the as a host, right? As a host, windows, it's a different way that you need to add. So what I would recommend is complete your Jenkins, and also please try to set up this Ansible in the way that I showed you, right? I will share you the details here, and you can go and do that. And what we can do as saying, right? So we can okay, either you can do this, or you can also use a sudo add user, right? Add user ANS admin, and automatically you have to give the password also, right? It'll ask for the password as well, correct? Right, Abhinav? I think
yes, but it is only for Ubuntu.
Oh, it is only for Ubuntu.
Yes.
Okay. But Ubuntu both works, right? Both the ways it works. But only thing is it doesn't create the but it doesn't create the home directory. That's all, right?
Yes. If you want to create a home directory by creating the user, you can use.
No, I think let's keep this as it is, because they will put only that command, and it's difficult for them to understand it. Put it like this. Okay. Okay. All right. Any questions, guys? You have anything? I'm going to destroy all these machines before the next class. I will bring this up so that you will we will have the setup there.
Chandra, what was the issue yesterday? Like Jenkins Linux was not.
So what is it?
What
was not? Yesterday? No. What was not?
Yesterday we got an issue, right?
I showed you. You were not there. Yeah, I showed you, right? What was the issue?
I joined a little late.
Oh, okay, no problem. Let me explain that. Actually, you know what happened?
Recording is started after that only.
Right. I actually forgot to start the recording. Okay, no problem. You know what happened in the Apache, right? In the Apache, let me log in and show you what did I do. If you are running both your Apache and Jenkins in the same machine, nothing to do, no change, everything will work fine. But if you are having two different machines, right? Just we had, right? So one running the Jenkins, one running the Apache. That is where you need to make a small change to the XML, sorry. Okay, so where you need to go, just go to Apache and go to web apps and go to meta inf file. Okay, go to the manager, and you have a meta inf. Inside meta inf, you have something called context.xml. Go and edit this context.xml, and you know what happens? This particular line, valve, right? There is a line called valve. So this one is added as part of the new versions in Apache to increase the security. So they're saying it should allow only from the local host.
Local host, okay.
Yeah. So either you can comment this, or you can remove this entire stuff and put a star. That will also work.
It will allow for all the pieces.
Right. It's allow all the IPs. So either put star or just go and comment this. So I just commented it out, but you can put star also.
Okay.
Okay. So that way you will be able to, your manager role will be able to deploy. That's it.
Okay. Thank you.
That's the only thing that was the issue. Okay.
Just join by closing the file.
Yeah, no problem. And this will basically give an issue if you are having Apache running in some other machine and your Jenkins running in some other machine, right? Because it is expecting the deployment to happen only from the local. So what we will do in our organization, we will give our organization's corporate IP. Okay, so that is what it was throwing that error. Okay, anything else from anyone? I will share this video and Ansible, and I will also share the Jenkins slave and master steps. Okay, try to download these things, and whenever you find some time, try to do this. And next week being the Diwali week, I'm afraid that we will have class. I will let you guys know. I'm also traveling. Okay, if we don't meet, then we will meet after Diwali week. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, sure.
All right. Yeah. Anything else, guys? Let me just make sure you are cleaning up your stuff, right? Whether it is Jenkins or whether it is whatever it is, right? Before cleaning up that, just make sure you remove the Linux host that you have made it as slave, because what will happen now, if the slave is not there, whenever you start your local, it will keep on trying to connect to that, right? We know that machine is not there, so it's always better to go and remove the node there. Okay, go here and just say disconnect, or you can say delete agent. Delete this agent, that agent will go off. Okay, then now you can go back and stop or do all your cleanups. Nothing will happen. Okay, fine. I think we are good. Anything else from anyone? So after learning Ansible, we will come back to Jenkins and how we will see how to integrate this Ansible into our Jenkins, right? We have to see that. Then after Ansible, we will learn Docker. Again, we will come back to Jenkins and see how to integrate Docker. Then last, we will learn Kubernetes. For you guys, we have only Kubernetes overview, and we will just see, I'll give you some kind of insights like how to install clusters and orchestrate some of the Docker containers in Kubernetes. Okay, we will see that also. Okay, fine. Anything else? Anyone? Okay, I hope you all have access to that drive. So please download the code and the materials, and please start practicing few stuff. Right? If you keep everything for one day, then it's very difficult. So whenever you find some time, please install all those stuff and try to download all the contents first, so that you have everything with you for your reference. Okay. All right. Fine, guys. So if we don't meet next week, then happy Diwali. Then we will meet after Diwali. Okay. In meanwhile, if you have any questions or any doubts, please ping me in the WhatsApp. Okay.
Yeah, sure. Happy Diwali to us in advance.
Thanks, guys. Thank you all.
Yeah, thanks.